Hello, Ravi here, and I am going through my old nonsense on Sploder before Adobe pulls the plug and murders Flash as a browser plugin. So, the very first thing I made is this monstrosity right here. I made it when I was like 9 years old, and it shows. It is literally just a box with stuff randomly strewn about it, with no rhyme or reason to it outside of some teleporters kind of being localized there. I didn't even know how to remove nodes on, or vertices on the map. So they're in a very crude box that does not even conform to the actual shape of a box. I had no concept of balancing or any of that, so you can literally just run around and the game will play itself. You think I'm joking, but you can very easily just get enough allies for him to steamroll the entire game. As I did not know what the crystals were, it's merely a destroy all enemies type map. And yeah, that's about all there really is to say here. It's pretty typical main site nonsense. So, next thing I did is I checked the featured games page, and I noticed a lot of them had hallways and rooms. I didn't know any rhyme or reason behind it, so I just made a maze with hallways and rooms, and then expanded it a couple times. And just sort of strewn stuff about in it in little groups, which is another thing I noticed. This is just blind emulation with no thought or anything behind it. There's even some bits of just poorly aligned vertices, and it's just not very good. So we're gonna go play through this and whatnot, and give our comments. Either way, a little introduction area. There's 2 turrets. I'm just going to let my allies take care of those. And I'm just going to break this game's health economy. So either way. So the first thing I'm going to do is just open up the path to those mojos there, so that way I can easily get to them later. Also, tanks are the most useless of allies. As you can see, there is no real, flow or any thought behind the layout of the map, so it's not really intuitive where to go. So you just sort of bumble about until you find a key, kill it, and then move on. I wasn't very good at games on the site back then, so the game is incredibly easy and has stupid numbers of health pickups. I don't really have to think at all before I enter a fight. I can just sort of go into it and just do stuff and kill, the tiny groups of enemies there are. Either way, down here is the first key. So I'm just gonna run into it with my beam and let it die. Take a little bit. Not an exciting battle, just a plain old key. Nothing going on. Also, speeders are the worst. There's so many of them. And they just spin around and they barely even shoot you. You actually have to watch my health a little bit here. but it shouldn't be too bad. Like I said before, the enemy placement on this map is rather brain dead. And I'm about to break the health economy by just picking up this mojo that I cleared up earlier. So, a common mistake in minigames is providing easy access to mojo, which pretty much turns the player almost completely invincible. And I see that other people on the site right now are playing the most high quality of game experiences available. It's another reason why tanks are the worst ally. They'll just box you in, you can barely push them around. Alright, I think that's all the mojo. Either way, like I said, not much to say. The encounter design is almost non-existent. Bosses are just kind of randomly strewn about. There's no real sense of flow to the levels. Most of the encounters are just here's a few speeders. And when I'm feeling saucy, I'll throw some cruisers or a guard at someone. So, here's our second key battle. It's like the first one, but it's in a triangular-ish room. This means that you can just back into a corner, and yeah. Back in the corner. Either way, now that we have that, there is another side route we can take. Either way, you'll notice some disruptors placed near the atomic there. You might be mistaken in thinking I knew about the interaction between the two, but no, I just sort of placed them there because they were, in my thinking, just sort of like tougher turrets. So you can just mindlessly just sit here, spacebar them away. Not even gonna fight that one. And now let's just saunter on up to the exit. The atomic doesn't last quite long enough to actually reach the last key, so I'm just gonna bring some boosted allies on over. As they murder my frame rate. These allies will do that. Either way, look at this difficulty curve. I added an extra turret to the fight. A singular turret. That's gonna make this hella exciting, right? So either way, 9-year-old games, nothing to really write home about or any of that. Thankfully, over time, I've improved a bit since